early 2010, and the report came out in November 2010. The study involved 4 institutions: University of Dar es Salaam, University of Nairobi, and National University of Rwanda, and the Chancellor College, University of Malawi. And those are the participating institutions. The research talked to about 240 researchers and librarians. And what is interesting is that a lot of the issues that appeared in this report were also coming up in Tusu's presentation. So you will see the relationship in the two studies. The issues that I was coordinating the research at the University of Nairobi, and the issues that we were looking at are the issues of access to quality journals, affordability, technology issues, and also awareness and skills to discover resources that are available to researchers, and also the issue of low levels of research. These are all the issues that came up. When it comes to the issue of access to quality peer-reviewed journals, we found that a lot in all these 4 institutions, they have access to quality peer-reviewed journals, and a lot most of the institutions, they have country consortia that is working towards provision of the resources. Apart from that, there are also other programs that are providing quality peer-reviewed journals. Like you can see there, we have the UN bodies like FAO, World Health Organization, also, and by UNEP, they also involved in provision of access of quality journals. So there's a lot of journals that are available, and like what the issue that was coming up, that the journals are not available in the institutions. And when we looked at the top 20 ranked journals in most of the subject areas, it was found that 79% of those 20 top quality journals are available in all the institutions. But most of the researchers felt that their areas were not well covered. Also, the sustainability of the journals was also an issue that came up, because there were fears of having access to the journals. But when we went on the ground, we realized that librarians are doing a lot by collaborating with other institutions and publishers to provide the necessary access and to sustain that access. The other issue that came up was also the issue of technology and connectivity, and you can relate this to what Tusu said, and also to what Professor Mayori showed us in the e-reading survey. Technology was cited as a problem by some of the researchers, and also some of the students complained that they don't have access to computers. There was also the issue of poor management of bandwidth across the 4 institutions. I remember one of the institutions said that the network is affected by viruses all the time. But we realized also that the 4 institutions, they are investing a lot in ICTs, and also the fiber optic cable has also improved connectivity in the 4 institutions. At the time of the study, this was what was available to the institutions, but as of now, we find that the University of Dar es Salaam has upgraded to about 155 megabytes per second. National University of Rwanda now has got about 57 megabytes, while University of Nairobi has got about 200, but the data for Chancellor College was not available. When we looked at download times in the 4 institutions, that was the status as at that time, but the institution has improved because of the upgrade of the bandwidth. Student computer ratios across the 4 case study universities, we find that the ratio was better at the University of Nairobi. The data for Dar es Salaam was not available when we were doing the case study. And the number of computers in the library to provide access to the resources is as indicated on the table. What was discovered is that awareness and skills is very low across the institutions. Only about 40% of the researchers that were interviewed had a good level of awareness of these resources, whereas substantial skills were said to be found to be undeveloped, because majority of the researchers mentioned that their route to doing research was through Google, and of course that does not enable them to discover what is available to the institutions. A lot of the 4 institutions, there was training that was being offered to the researchers and the students, but about 22% of those surveyed had not gone through any of the trainings that were offered by the institutions. When we looked at the available journals versus what the researchers said was available, we realized that when you look at the institutions, the researchers would say that this journal is not available to me, but in the Chancellor College, 71% of what was said to be unavailable was available. And the rest, as you can see from that table, were the statistics for the availability of what the researchers felt was not there. So the journals were there, but the researchers were not aware that they were available. So the issues that need to be looked into to improve on this situation, for librarians, there is need to focus on the usage, there is need to focus on the training, creating awareness for the resources, because the resources are there, the bandwidth has improved as of now, and there is need for advocacy at the institutional level to provide support and funding for the librarians to carry out that awareness, and of course the need for interplay between a lot of them. I still have 5 minutes, so I'm going to go a bit slow. The librarians need to engage with ICT to provide a holistic approach to the provision of resources. So there is need for the librarians, the ICT staff, the management to all work together to make sure that the level of usage of the resources is higher in all the 4 institutions. For ICT departments, because the research also talked to the ICT directors, there is need to ensure that funding is available to invest not just in equipment, but also to improve the network, to manage the budget, because most of the 2 of the institutions mentioned that there was no management of the budget, so there was a lot of competition for access between people accessing different types of resources, may it be email, may it be other internet services that are not related to research. For collaborators and funding agencies, the research field came up with the issue of creating longer collaboration between the libraries and the funding agencies to enhance the research capacity in the institutions, and also to support librarians in continuing professional development so that they can be able to provide awareness in a new environment. The other issue is for university managers. It was also felt that they need to put policies in place to encourage research, because you also remember that from Tusu's presentation, the low level of research needs to be, the management needs to do something about that by engaging in policies that improve the research from the institutions, and also provide the necessary funding, which is very important for ICT development. The other issue is to support libraries in national and regional collaboration efforts so that they can be able to continue providing the necessary resources. The research is available online, you can read it there and see the other issues. There are many other issues that came up, but these were the major ones that I was able to pick up for this presentation. Thank you.